Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. Brand new
What's up, everyone? Blow of the Woods here. How you doing tonight? I'm Josh. What's up?
Hey, it's Damon in the house again.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this
Saturday
stuff.
night, baby.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we're doing our usual. Last week we did something different. Kind of change things up a little bit around here. Kind of make fun. We might do it again. Maybe we'll do it with maybe Wicked or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of react to them singing or some crap or whatever. But anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting back into this. We're gonna do with this guy. He has a lot of different cryptid videos, not just Bigfoots, but on here we're gonna check. This one's gonna be Bigfoot videos first, and then we'll kind of move on. There's a Wolfman one we'll probably do, and a couple other ones, and then keep on up going. We'll switch over to somebody else after this guy. All right, let's check it out.
See what's happening on this rip.
Do this.
Man, whatever happened to Expedition Bigfoot, man?
I haven't had new
Bigfoot
episode
footage
yet.
that's shocking the world.
Oh, damn. Wait,
Today we take a
isn't that
look
from
at new
Expedition
Bigfoot footage and sightings coming from Georgia, Canada,
pretty
and many
cool.
other places with very convincing evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We saw that.
From HD Sasquatch trail camera videos
That's
to
his
Bigfoot
ass.
hunting clips and so much more.
Sasquatch ass. Goodness gracious.
Sasquatch.
So grab your I Found
What
Bigfoot
was
coffee
that?
mugs
That
and
was
allow
like
your
a
fear to be
weird-ass dream of
maximized
mine.
as we recap the best Bigfoot clips of all time.
All right, let's look at the best Bigfoot clips of all time. Let's see what's up.
A brand new groundbreaking Bigfoot video was just released on March 5th, 2025. It comes from the Discovery Channel, a rather reputable source. They posted the clip with the caption, "Is this the proof we've been waiting for or just the beginning of something bigger?" Here's their footage.
Let's check it out.
Right there.
It's the beginning of something bigger.
Right there. Just zoom
Yeah,
in.
see,
Right
that
there.
is Russell. I
You see
knew
that?
it was, man.
That's something.
Expedition Bigfoot, yes.
Holy smokes.
Man.
Yeah, we saw
Oh,
that.
yeah,
we
yeah.
saw
Well,
this
that
one.
doesn't look like a bear, does it?
No,
Yeah.
it's crazy
Yeah,
good.
That was
the
upright.
one, man.
Watch it again.
Yeah, this one had to rescue him.
The
Dude,
crew
they
of
had his phone.
Expedition Bigfoot set out to do some Bigfoot exploring, something they do all the time for their show.
Drone, the infrared drone.
Yeah.
And while most of the time the evidence is inconclusive, this one was different. They zoom in their long-range camera as they spot something on the side of the tree-covered mountain.
That's a different Bigfoot guy right there. That's Bigfoot.
As the camera focuses, it reveals a huge Bigfoot-like creature.
You got a little wobbly.
The head and shoulders of a giant bipedal beast are seen for a brief moment. Then it retreats right back into the trees, disappearing
Yeah,
from the crew's
I remember
view.
that for sure.
Yeah, you can't get around that.
Oh, goddamn
So
freaking
last
ass.
night
Sorry,
we
guys.
used him.
Yeah, man,
Honestly,
yeah,
nothing
push
better than when a guy
hands.
breaks this out.
Yeah,
I
right?
seriously can't stop thinking about him.
There you go. Good looking women. Need some help.
As they state, we can tell it's not a bear. It's too bipedal and human-like, but not at the same time, if you know what I mean. They zoom in and analyze the footage and determine its arm swing is a Bigfoot-like characteristic. It's said that when Sasquatches walk, they swing their arms a lot, as seen in many infamous Bigfoot films like the Patterson-Gimlin film, for example. It's assumed they do this for extra
Oh, yeah,
momentum,
dude.
because they carry so much mass as they walk.
Should get yours too.
An arm swing gives them better momentum and it's easier for them to move along.
Hey, there goes the...
As humans, we do this too, but not like a Bigfoot's exaggerated movements. But the creature itself is super dark, hairy, and wide, with broad, strong shoulders. It certainly looks like a Bigfoot, and that's why the crew thinks they've caught definitive proof here.
I don't know, I kind of believe that one, because they've been
But what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Does this brand new videographic evidence prove the existence of this creature? I mean, as I said, it does come from the Discovery Channel, so that makes it more believable. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Here is another pretty clear Bigfoot sighting. This one comes from Georgia, and what sets this one apart from the rest are the experts that are backing it. One of the experts is professional documentary maker Seth Breedlove, who says he thinks the footage could be legit. Let's take a look.
Yeah, man, what kind of name is that?
Okay. Oh, damn. Wow.
I did not expect
That was
that.
me either. I thought I was just gonna like walk across. You know what I'm saying?
A man was out in these Georgia woods on a solo
You
hike.
know, like right there.
Yeah,
I thought it was
It
gonna
was
walk that
reported
way,
to be pretty
right?
far out, with this
That was a
section
little
being
animal
particularly
just stood
thicker
up.
and denser than the other
That
parts
thing's
of the
like 9
forest.
foot tall, bro.
As he walked the
Easy.
trail, he heard some movement nearby, movement of a large creature.
Damn.
So he pulls out his phone, ready to capture whatever this was, then this thing emerges.
Just in case he got.
It's a dark humanoid creature, a Sasquatch-like creature.
Looked almost like
It's
a
covered in fur
shapeshifter.
from head to toe,
Yeah.
with a dome-shaped head and long
Wait a
arms.
minute, Sasquatches are shapeshifters.
At first it's
Yeah,
squatting
they-
down,
they
then it
can
stands
cloak.
up and seems to notice the
You know what
filmer.
I'm saying? Like conceal.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
Then it
like
turns and
the
retreats back
invisibility
into the
cloak
dense
from Harry
foliage
Potter.
behind.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Seth
Where you can't see
Breedlove,
them
the expert
fuckers.
filmmaker I mentioned earlier, specifically stated, the subject seems to be looking down at the ground as it turns, indicating it might be a person in a suit who's having some difficulty navigating the forest floor below, or a creature who's
Dude, we
having
need
a
to
hard
get-
time
we need to
navigating
make
through
a
the thick
recording
brush.
of you doing the-
Oh no.
And it does seem to
They
be
haven't
very
put it
large,
in,
so
but
maybe it is real.
That'd be cool, huh?
That'd be nuts.
Adding even more credibility
it's
is the
something funny
fact
we
that
can just
Georgia
hit.
has a pretty rich Bigfoot history.
Right.
It all
That's
started way
kinda
back
weird
when,
right
long
there.
before
Yeah,
modern
for
sightings.
Sure, dude. It's definitely Sasquatch because look at like the
Native
shape of
American
the
tribes in
head.
the region shared
You know,
stories of
people are
large,
getting
hairy
better and
creatures
better
roaming the
pictures
woods,
of the
descriptions
sky. Yeah, I
eerily
know, right?
similar to what we now call Bigfoot.
Because maybe they're like, okay, we gotta exist with humans, so we might as well try
There's
to
also
use them.
mountain folklore.
You know what I'm saying?
In rural
Yeah.
Georgia, especially in
Try to
Appalachian
get
communities,
used to us and
tales
come
of
out of
strange
nowhere.
noises,
That's what I'm
giant
saying.
footprints, and wild men have been reported. And they've been passed down
Wild
through
men.
generations.
Oh, man, we got
So
wild
long
men
before
out
we
here.
started spotting them
Oh,
and
man,
filming
they
them,
gonna
it
get that
seems
tree
they've
bark.
existed.
Well,
And they live on to this day.
These wild men.
These wild men. Woo, woo, woo.
Once again, we have some
see
more
about
brand
3
new
or 4
Bigfoot
of them
footage
there.
because you know
Like,
here on the Maximum Fear channel, I only show the best new footage. This one was released on April 2nd, 2025. The location where it was
April
taken
2nd,
was
bro, that's
unlisted,
recent.
probably for privacy reasons. But anyways, a man was flying his drone over a particular section
gotta
of
see
forest,
this,
a
man.
remote
This is
section
recent,
of
people.
forest, a place where no one ever goes. In
Okay.
order for you to
He's
fully
got a
understand this
Yankee,
evidence,
man.
I have to tell you how
Where's
drones
your
work.
Yankee drone, man?
I know,
So
right?
most
Where's
camera
the
drones
nice
work
guy?
like
One of them
this.
good ones.
You fly the drone around with a remote control with a
Yeah,
big screen on it.
remote and everything.
The screen relays the
Dang.
camera footage of the drone in real time, helping you navigate it even when it's miles and miles away.
That'd be cool. Go
And that's
Michigan.
what this man was
That'd be
doing
awesome,
when he
wouldn't it?
started seeing some kind of creature walking below, so he started tracking it.
Okay.
I think I had a problem with the battery too.
Man, they walking fast, bro. Holy shit. Look at that.
9 feet tall.
God damn.
We're gonna cover some land.
Shit. Man, he's like, fuck this, I'm out of this bitch.
Cutting out.
He's like, I'm
It
cutting
began
the fuck
walking
out.
faster and faster, seemingly trying to get away from the drone.
Cause they're not stupid, they're smart, bro.
Now the footage is kind of blurry, but it's still
Why are you
pretty
taking
good.
Pictures?
Yeah, why are you taking pictures, man? I
We
don't
get
take
plenty of
pictures
clear
your
looks
ass.
at the supposed creature.
Right?
Well, I
It
mean,
pretty
they
much
can't,
looks
but
like a
still.
giant human just wandering through the forest.
Well, technically they could. They can take some trail cams and do that.
But as I said, no humans go out there.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Just Bigfoot, like,
And there's something about it that
and
looks
takes
non-human.
pictures of you?
Perhaps its size and overall
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
thickness.
crazy?
Look at these shoulders, man.
Yeah, man.
Like some
Broad
big-
shoulders and shit.
Just throw a boulder at you.
Look at that arm swing, bro. Look at that. Like this. Like
Now we don't
almost
usually
like,
see
what I'm
Bigfoot
saying?
drone footage. Most evidence come from phone videos, trail cameras, and
Yeah.
other CCTV cameras. So this is definitely some unique evidence. But the real question is it legit? Is this the real deal? Let me know in the comments down below.
Dude, quit.
Taking a look at a clear photo of a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
This one comes from Alberta,
recent
Canada,
too, bro.
reportedly taken all the way back in 2012. However, it's pretty exclusive, with not many seeing it. so I figured I'd show you all. Now, even though we know where it comes from and when it was taken, we still don't know a whole lot about the background information, like the
This is gonna be
story.
cool.
Like if someone was hiking and they came across this, or a
Nobody
trail
ever
camera
seen it?
captured it, we have no idea.
Very few.
But the photo itself is compelling enough.
It is. So wait, hold on. Let's pause this here, people. So we're gonna. This is kind of something we're gonna try to do too. Sometimes maybe stop here every once in a while, kind of maybe analyze and kind of look and see a little better if we want to. So we're not just kind of letting it fly by us and shit. So I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm thinking. So I don't know about this whole area here. I'm thinking this is maybe a leg, maybe an arm, because if they're big, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this is the head, right? I mean, if they're tall enough, their legs are going to be out here long anyways.
You just sitting out there
Yeah.
in the field somewhere,
Yeah, just sitting out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sitting in the background burning one.
he's like, I'm just sitting here chilling, rolling it up.
In the weeds for real.
Yeah, Mr. Weiderman.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty,
Taking a break, ain't
it's taking a break doing something, I guess. Well, let's get back into this.
He's waiting for his girlfriend.
There we go.
A big and dark ape-like creature is sitting down in a clearing.
Never know.
It's turned around, facing the other way, so we
See,
don't get to look
that's
at
what I
its
was thinking
face
too.
or the front of its body.
Yep. That's
One
what I
of the
was thinking.
features experts like the most about this one is the arm it's leaning on.
It's arm.
They point out the muscular definition in it,
That's
the
what
way
I
the
was
muscle
thinking.
pops at the shoulder.
Wasn't sure because, you know.
And you can even
like,
see its tricep seems to be flexed. And its forearm is massive.
Yeah.
Now, when experts try to determine if cryptid creature photos are real, one of the first things they look at is the fur. Is the fur flush to the body, and does it seem to be directly connected to a heavily muscled body? And in this case, it does.
You know, say definitely for sure.
Most of the time, you can tell when someone is wearing a suit because it's saggy or not too tight on the body.
That's true. Makes sense.
This one here looks like the fur is directly connected to its body, with no indication of it being a suit or costume of any kind.
I agree.
Also, I talk about Canada a lot on this channel. So many Bigfoot sightings we see come from the region, specifically Alberta, like this one.
Yeah, looks like a
Canada's Bigfoot history is rich
Yeah.
and deeply rooted in both First Nations folklore and modern eyewitness accounts. Often referred to as Sasquatch,
You
the
see what I'm
creature has
saying?
been part of indigenous
Indians
oral
know about all
traditions for
this.
centuries, especially among tribes in
Tell
British
that thing
Columbia.
guy. See that?
Yeah. I know it's
Modern
AI,
sightings
but
began to gain attention in the early 1900s, with the
Obviously
remote
that's
forests
AI.
of Western Canada, particularly the Pacific Northwest, being hotspots.
cool AI, but, you know.
They need to let it.
Numerous reports over the decades describe a large, hairy, humanoid creature, a bipedal creature, roaming the vast wilderness. To this day, sightings continue across provinces, especially in BC, Alberta, and Ontario, keeping the legend of the Canadian Sasquatch very much alive.
Makes
The
sense.
following video comes from a woman named Ashley. She was going for a walk in a local forest when she stumbled upon a strange sight. She stopped dead in her tracks and began recording what she was seeing.
The little moss gnome right there.
It's a fucking sloth, bro.
There he is. He's like hanging onto the branch.
I don't think
Oh
that's
my god,
anything
did it
cute.
just move? It just moved its head, looked at me, didn't it? Oh my gosh. There's its face right there.
There's no way.
We see what seems to be a strange formation of moss that resembles a gnome or even a baby Sasquatch.
I don't think so.
It looks
dude.
like a small ape-like creature holding onto a branch.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
At one point, she even claims to see its head move.
It didn't move.
I don't think so.
She just did that. For
Now,
the
I will
video.
say, this
Oh
is
my
a pretty
God,
weird and
look.
mysterious sight.
Yeah, she's trying.
It just looks
I mean,
like
imagine
fucking
walking
moss,
through the
dude.
woods and just coming across this.
Tearing us. You get out of
I would
here.
probably think something weird was going on
You're
too.
supposed to be here.
However, it seems this really is just a strange formation of moss that formed and just so happened to look like this.
This is the children's zoo.
But people in the comments aren't ready to let this one go.
There's kids here.
They think this is the result of something supernatural. Perhaps an unknown creature or gnome that was frozen in time and moss grew over it.
Peat moss.
Gnomes are mythical creatures from European folklore, often depicted as small human-like beings who live underground or in hidden forested areas.
No?
Excuse me.
Traditionally, gnomes are said to be around a foot or two tall,
No.
with beards for males, pointed hats, and old-fashioned clothing. They're commonly associated with nature, the earth, and hidden treasures, acting as guardians of the land, especially in German and in Scandinavian legends.
Whatever the hell it is.
No, it looks like a mouse.
While they're
Is
usually
that a mouse?
portrayed as friendly, some darker versions of
No.
gnome legends suggest more malevolent or territorial
mouse, is it?
behavior,
Oh, no, man.
particularly in rural or ancient superstitions.
That's Keeper Sutherland's pet. He got out there. He's out and loose now.
So whether this is just a strange natural phenomenon or something supernatural, it's still an interesting clip and an interesting topic of conversation. Here is another Bigfoot photo that came out of nowhere. The story goes like this. A gentleman was going through his grandfather's belongings because he had recently passed away. As he rifled through the memorabilia trying to find something to represent his grandfather, he stumbled upon something he couldn't explain. An old photo.
Wow. Was a baby.
Yes.
Now, because his grandpa was no longer around, he couldn't ask him all the questions he wanted to ask him about the image. So it remains a mystery.
The
It
Bigfoot.
looks
Yes.
like somebody
The
got hit.
Bigfoot and
But the picture depicts two Sasquatch-like creatures making their way across a snowy path in the forest.
The mom saying.
They seem to be holding hands.
Oh, no, miss,
It's assumed to be a mother and its baby.
Buffed up, you know?
I mean,
And if we
it's
look
kinda
closer,
blurry.
we can see what look like two more dark figures way in the
Okay.
background.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Could it be more Sasquatches?
I don't think so, man. I think that's someone.
Maybe this guy's grandfather accidentally found himself in the middle of a Bigfoot family's territory, so he snapped this photo really quick and got out.
Well, you never know, dude. They're smart.
Analyzing the mysterious beings, they're dark in color, presumably covered in hair. They have the classic dome-shaped heads, but they seem a little more slender than the typical Bigfoots we see. But they do say that these creatures come in all shapes and sizes, though.
What the heck?
Some are smaller, some are larger, some are skinny, some are extremely strong, and some are dark-colored, and some are lighter-colored.
Footloose. You
Oh.
never heard Footloose?
I've heard of Footloose, but I don't know if I don't fucking know who's saying that shit.
The grandson who found this photo eventually uploaded it to the internet to try to get some answers, after he himself couldn't come up with any rational ones, and the only answer he got was Bigfoot.
In just the last 7 days, 8,368 men have clicked the link on one of our ads that you've probably seen on the internet, put in their personal information in order to register to watch a 60-minute video that explains the exact process.
No.
That's why you gotta sign up for that.
On March 25th, 2025, something weird was seen in the sky in California, in Santa Monica, California, to be exact. This man was on the beach just enjoying his day, when he looked up in the sky and saw this strange UAP.
Hey, look, we see you.
Oh, here we go. This is cool. Whoa. That's cool, dude. That could be. It looks like one of those,
Yeah, there is something.
A dark
little
orb is
tiny
seen hovering in
thingy.
place.
Yeah, top.
Yeah.
It looks to be rotating or spinning as it sits there.
I wouldn't want to be in that thing.
It seems there's a dark
Yeah,
outer
you'd be like,
ring
"Oh,
and
here
maybe
it is,
another ring
yeah."
inside of it spinning around. We can't exactly tell what's going
Oh,
on,
this
but
is
whatever it
recent.
is, it looks downright otherworldly.
March 25th, 2025. Okay.
I mean, what could this be? It's not a drone, not a plane, or a helicopter, or anything we know of. It's something completely foreign.
Definitely not a helicopter. Apparently they can't put those.
Now, I know I talk about this
Yeah,
a decent
really.
amount, but ever since all of those drone and UAP sightings that happened at the end of 2024 and beginning of 2025, we've been seeing more and more UFO activity. And a lot of the clips actually come from California. Could something specifically be going on in California to cause this uptick in strange phenomena?
Yeah, California's burnt all the way
I mean,
down.
imagine just going to the beach and
Yeah.
enjoying your day and then seeing this out of nowhere.
You probably got some burnt up alien friends in that mess.
I know it would definitely freak me out a little bit, but I would definitely be intrigued too. What would you do if you ever encountered anything like this? Or maybe you have encountered something like this. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any crazy UFO or UAP stories. This video here was uploaded to TikTok on December 12th, 2023, so very, very recently. The caption of the video reads, "A group of Bigfoots seem to leave giant footprints in the snow very close to a famous Bigfoot sighting location." Take a look at these explorers' discovery.
Alright.
Get in on this one.
And the foot is melted
Yeah,
away to make it
really.
look bigger.
But
Look at
see-
the top of these right here.
Yeah,
Built-
toes.
it must have
Yeah.
been
So you got a toe here.
There's a small one and a big one. That means more than one.
They speculate that the prints came from a parent and a
how they came to
juvenile
that
Sasquatch, considering that the prints were two different sizes and very close together. The man in the video states that because the prints are so close together, this theory would make sense. And just by looking at these prints, you can tell they are way larger and way wider than human prints. And you can even see toe prints in the snow as well. Unless Shaquille O'Neal himself was walking around barefoot in the snow, this couldn't have been a human. Anyways, these explorers are adamant that these are indeed real Bigfoot tracks. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, the following footage here isn't of Bigfoot, but rather a giant known creature. Now, they always say Bigfoot is the master of camouflage, and that's why he can hide so well. But check out this creature's camouflage.
chameleon.
Oh, dang. See that?
Yeah.
Gator.
Someone's got their butt bit
It's
off.
like
You see
this.
that?
This croc might have Bigfoot beat in a hide-and-seek contest. The footage comes from Jay Prehistoric Pets. He states,
Yeah, that's a little delayed.
"This big croc was
Oh, yeah,
definitely
it's
hidden
gonna be
well, but
delayed,
luckily I
yeah.
was recording.
Oh, wow.
He must not know that the
You
cameraman is always
You
safe.
know what I'm saying? Know how to climb up a tree. 'Cause that's the
But just
only
look how
place
this huge
alligators
animal
not
just
going.
hides in the mud.
Right.
It almost looks like a big log.
Better run up that tree.
How can you tell me that looks
If
like
you
a
weren't
big
paying
log?
attention and you
It's like a
walked
big
over it,
alligator.
let's just say it wouldn't end good.
You can't
Just
tell
look
me
at the
that
power it
looks
has
like
as
a
it
big
lunges
alligator.
at the cameraman.
You look like
It
a
opens
bunny,
its
too.
mouth
Look
wide
at
and
it.
jumps right at him, giving us
Right.
this super close encounter.
I would have to run away because I would want to.
And crocodiles have one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom,
I don't want to hurt you.
making the encounter that much scarier.
Freaking alligator, you know.
The saltwater crocodile, the largest living species, has been recorded with a bite force of up to 3,700 pounds per square inch.
Crack your arm right off.
Oh, yeah.
For comparison, a lion's bite is around 650 psi. This really shows you how dangerous and powerful these animals are. One of the scariest animals to ever exist, and that's also why they're one of my favorites.
What?
Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like
guys,
buttons,
that was
mom.
the first
Let's
one.
aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these Bigfoot videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see
Yeah.
more of my spooky
Like
content,
yourself
you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT.
You did all right.
Yeah, make sure you follow him. He's cool. He's a good guy. Alright, so next we're gonna do a different one. About 7 days ago. Let's do this one. We're gonna do some different cryptids here, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. Brand new cryptid creature footage that's shocking the world. Today we take a look at new creature footage and cryptid sightings coming from all around the world with very convincing evidence.
Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
From
pretty
HD
much, bro.
Bigfoot trail camera videos to skinwalkers and rakes to aliens and UFOs and so much more.
What the heck?
It's a UFO.
So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the best new unknown creature clips.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So here we go.
That one right there is like an upset ass
This
dog.
terrifying creature encounter caught on
Yeah,
camera was just
right.
posted on February 26th, 2025. A man by the TikTok username MJ Beckers is the one who posted the strange footage. Late one night, he decides to go out and explore an abandoned prison in Nashville, Tennessee. He goes all alone. Sadly, I can't play the audio of this video for copyright reasons because there's a song playing in the background.
Dang, that sucks.
But I'll go ahead and quote exactly what he says. The video starts and he states, "Y'all, I'm at this abandoned prison in Nashville and I've been hearing voices. And I'm not sure if it's real or not."
Right.
Then suddenly the door begins to close all on its own, or at least that's what he thought.
What? He goes up and he's like, "Bitch, get out of here."
He's playing Ghost by Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he better.
He yells out, "Oh my gosh," as he spots an absolutely huge creature with glowing eyes behind the door.
Behind the door. Sounds like a scary movie.
This is when he runs for his life, not looking back.
I wouldn't either, shit.
He ran all the way out of the prison to safety.
He broke all types of camps.
Now taking a look at the creature itself, we can't see any features besides a pitch black silhouette and its glowing eyes. Its eyes are rather far apart, farther apart than a human's would be.
They are far apart.
And this thing certainly looks taller than a human as well. Obviously, the lone explorer didn't want to stick around and find out what this was, but online viewers desperately want to find out what it was.
I like that my boss is all of a sudden clicked in.
But honestly, would you stick around and find out if you were in his position?
No.
Depends on.
Anyways, we're left with a few theories here. People discuss bears, ghosts, and homeless people.
Homeless people?
Now this could be a bear, judging by the height, dark mass, and eye width. But some people say the way it moves, it couldn't be. And how did it close the door so gently? And wouldn't the explorer hear it if it was a bear? And also, how do you explain the unexplainable voices the man was hearing throughout the place?
Drugs.
He's on drugs.
I'm hearing stuff, man.
This is why a lot of people think it was a paranormal entity, a ghostly spirit that haunts the remnants of the abandoned prison. Some also talk about it being a very tall person just hiding out inside, like a homeless person or something. But the eyeshine debunks this one. So what do you guys think? Which theory makes the most sense? Let me know in the comments down below.
Halloween haunted house.
The following video comes from a man named Kyle who was mountain biking through the woods. The precise location remains classified, but it was stated that he was far out into the woods. As he was biking this trail, he began to get the feeling that he was being watched, like he wasn't alone out there. That's when he spots it. He biked faster and faster, trying to make his way away from whoever or whatever this was. But no matter how fast he went, the creature always seemed to catch up with him. Out of breath, tired, and defeated, he decided to stop and at least catch this thing on camera, in what he thought could have been the last moments of his life. In the distance, a dark humanoid creature is hiding behind a tree. It's sticking its head out, and as soon as he spots it, it ducks back behind the tree, trying to remain hidden. But it's seen pretty obviously. Slowing the footage down and zooming in, we see it's covered in dark fur from head to toe.
Oh yeah, it's tall as hell too, bro.
And it has a thick and wide build, a strong build, with broad shoulders. Now because it's hiding behind the tree and it's pretty far away, we don't get a glimpse of the entirety of the creature. But I think it's enough to see that this thing wasn't human. Eventually, the biker made it to the end of the trail, with this being following him the whole time. But once he was out of the forest, he was safe. Once again, more theories arose, mainly Bigfoot, because of the large build, dark coloration, and its ability to camouflage. Perhaps the biker's trail ran through this Bigfoot's territory and it didn't take too kindly to it, so it took it upon itself to follow him and chase him all the way out of the woods.
This is how to get in shape fast.
If you want to drop this,
start eating more of these.
You might think this would take years to learn, but I'm gonna...
Chips.
Now this is one of the most believable paranormal encounters I've ever seen, based on the way they react in the event itself. It all went down on November 14th, 2024. A ghost hunter named Jake, along with his friend, were exploring an abandoned and supposedly haunted museum. They do this often, going to creepy locations and filming their adventures. But this one was different. Yes, a lot of times they would capture strange paranormal events, but this one was deeply chilling. Here it is.
You there now? Oh my.
Right. Didn't see that?
Hello?
Look right there.
To the right.
Dude, those mannequins scared me so.
Jake walks up the stairs and is first startled by the mannequins. As he's filming them, the piano all the way across the room starts playing all on its own. He and his friend bolt out of there, and he lets out a gut-wrenching scream, a scream of pure fear. You can just feel their fear as they run for their lives.
I can't feel their fear.
Now, it's said that ghosts often haunt historical locations like this one.
Is that they're hanging out.
One of the most popular theories is the stone tape theory, which suggests that strong emotions like fear, pain, or sorrow leave an imprint on the environment.
That means that
If a location has witnessed wars, murders, or tragic deaths, it's believed that those emotions may be recorded in the walls or ground and replayed under the right conditions. Like a supernatural residual energy loop. Maybe a residual energy loop is what caused the piano to play here. Some also believe that ghosts linger in places they were deeply attached to in life or where they died suddenly. If someone passed away unexpectedly, such as in an accident or an act of violence, their spirit might remain because they are confused, unaware of their death, and unable to move on.
What's that, Oculus?
There could be many reasons why a ghost would be haunting this museum, but all I can say for sure is that scream, that was real and raw emotion. Taking a look at a Dogman photo coming in from Amsterdam, New York. It comes from Facebook group Ghosts of London, and it's turning a lot of heads. First examining the photo, it looks to be rather decent quality.
Really tall. No? Kind of looks like you say.
I think because it's enhanced from its original quality so we can see it better. But anyways, the somewhat grainy image captures a surreal scene. Within the snowy rural landscape is a giant wolf-like creature beneath a tree.
Thin arms, so I think you snap them things in half.
By the way it's standing, it's leading many to believe the creature is bipedal. Because look at how the legs bend and its arms are barely touching and it's hunched over. It looks to just be crouched down, about to pop up on its hind legs. And it's covered in grayish wolf-like fur. So many commenters have been stating that this is 100% proof that the Dogman exists. Now, I wouldn't say that this photo alone proves it, but there is a lot of other evidence to go along with this one. So hey, I wouldn't doubt it. Also, another thing pointed out is the back foot here. Some say, judging by this flat foot alone, it's a bipedal animal. Skeptics argue that it's just a wolf or coyote, and it's just an illusion by the way it's standing, but I don't know.
Standing. They said it.
It's definitely standing.
I'd love to hear what you guys think about this one. Is it a Dogman or maybe even some other cryptid creature? Or is it just a wolf like skeptics are claiming? Your guess is as good as mine. Now this is a very weird trail camera capture. It's very HD and close up, giving us some amazing footage. But we still can't quite tell if it's a real creature, someone in a costume, or even AI. It's causing a lot of debate online, so I figured I'd show you guys and get your opinions. So here we go.
Whoa.
The footage originally comes from a man named Jack, who sent the video into Monster Trail Cams.
Okay.
It comes from the Great Bear Rainforest in British Columbia, Canada.
That was an AI.
This area of Canada, and a lot of Canada in fact, is known for its vast and remote wilderness. And this is about as remote as you can get. But according to the uploader, Jack goes hunting a lot, especially in this area. He set up exactly 14 trail cameras around the area to track animals and help him with his hunts.
Makes sense.
He sets them up very strategically in places he knows the most animal activity will be seen.
The other Bigfoot show.
Yeah.
As he does frequently, he was going through his various cameras footage when he came across this.
There's no way, dude.
That would be awesome.
No, I'm saying, no, what I'm saying, it's not AI, look. Because you see all the snow and the tree, you know, that's not AI. Look how, you can tell that's real.
Oh no, man, I have to end.
He had never seen anything like it.
It's not.
The camera captures this mysterious creature in HD quality, giving us some of the clearest potential footage ever. The creature itself is huge and layered with dark fur.
I've seen somebody look like that.
It's quadrupedal, but has a strange hunch as it walks. And it's super strong. Just look at its muscle definition. A lot of people think it can't be a person in a costume because of how flush to the body the fur is. But in the final frame, as it moves away, it kind of does look like someone in a costume. A very well-made costume, that is.
Oh no, that is pretty
As the
cool.
creature moves away, the camera seems to glitch, something Jack said has never happened to his cameras before. Jack tries to rationalize this encounter and say that it could just be a very badly deformed known species.
Could.
Or a hybrid of some kind.
Could be escape.
Could be.
Yes, now.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Could this be someone just trying to play a prank on him? Someone dressed up in a costume and running around in front of his trail cameras to scare him? Or could this be an elaborate hoax set up by Jack himself and he's lying? I told you guys this one is pretty controversial and pretty weird too.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
I give it that.
The following eerie clip was just released a few days ago, March 29th, 2025 to be exact. TikTok user Purple Horsey states, quote, "I was getting my DoorDash order, and finally after 4 or 5 years of trying to catch this sound on camera, I got it. Can someone please tell me what animal makes this noise? It has freaked me out for years now, and it only happens in the dead of night. Owl, skinwalker, person with a kazoo hiding in the shadows. I live in Arizona if that helps." End quote. Take a look at her footage. A strange, unrecognizable squawking sound is heard.
No.
It's high-pitched and does sound kind of strange. The video was flooded with comments of people trying to figure out what it was.
Might be two cats in that
The leading theory is that it was an owl, possibly a great horned owl. A girl named Sam commented, "I had the same experience at my apartment. From what I could find online, she is calling for a mate or hungry." So even though the sound does sound kind of strange, the answer is likely not as scary as you thought.
That's a cool owl, man.
Right.
The uploader of the video's name is Lydia, and she also states, whenever she hears it, she rushes to get a family member so they can hear it too, but by the time they get back, the sound is gone and they never hear it.
Man, I heard some woodpeckers out
This definitely adds a mysterious element to the encounter, though it's likely just a coincidence. Or maybe these owls just don't make those noises often and they only do it in short time spans. So another mystery solved, thanks to the help of the internet.
Thanks, internet.
Here is a very suspicious video. It's been circulating the internet, with some people freaked out and some people calling BS. So I'll let you guys be the judge of this one. A woman was driving down a busy highway when an oversized truck pulled up beside her, and she couldn't believe what was strapped to the back.
UFO. Huh. It's covered in tarp too, man.
Yeah, probably got it from an amusement park. Man, that's a one UFO ride, man.
You're right.
What looks to be a UFO under a tarp is seen.
My favorite one, Mom.
I mean, what else is that? Look at the shape and everything. It's literally a perfect UFO.
The question is where it came from, right?
A lot of people don't like this footage because they think it's too good to be true.
Yeah, I see it's from an amusement park.
If this really was a UFO, don't you think they tried to hide it better and not transport it like this for everyone to see in broad daylight on the back of a semi-truck?
That could be something else, actually.
The original uploader stated that this could be a deliberate misdirection.
You know what I'm saying?
It seems like the government and everyone else in power tries to hide things from us,
Because we can't handle the truth.
especially when it comes to extraterrestrial evidence. It's been proven over the years, and many whistleblowers still claim that they're hiding the real evidence from us. Even ex-government officials who have seen things firsthand are coming out and trying to expose the truth.
Give me one of those.
Right? Yeah, beam me up to Mars, buddy.
Yeah, he's
But the government won't let that happen. So why would they be transporting a supposed UFO in broad daylight like this? Maybe it was just a prop or something? It looks like we'll never know, sadly.
We probably will one day. Yeah, that's a big hawk right there. That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm convinced that is a hawk. That right there.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep.
On February 14th, 2025, a woman would capture a crazy sight on camera. Carolina Nori Wild on TikTok states, spotted while staying at Amalinda Safari Collection in Zimbabwe. She captures a very rare animal that I bet you've never heard of. I had never heard of one of these before the video, an aardwolf. The video starts off with her smiling and looking into the distance, ready to film this pretty rare species. And she gets a very good video and some photos as well.
Oh, yes, it's in the depression.
I just seen an elephant's ass.
That's a hyena-ish. What is that? It's like a
In
hydrate.
Africa, the aardwolf is considered pretty rare, but not extremely rare.
It's not a wolf.
It's elusive and rarely seen due to its nocturnal habits and low population density.
Looks like a mix between a
The aardwolf
hyena
is a small insectivorous mammal native to eastern and southern Africa.
a hyena.
Despite its name, which means earth wolf in African, the aardwolf is not a wolf but rather a close relative of hyenas.
Yeah, it was hyenas.
However, unlike its scavenger and carnivorous relatives, the aardwolf primarily feeds on termites, making it unique among hyenas.
It's an aardvark wolf?
They typically weigh 15 to 31 pounds and measure about 22 to 31 inches long,
Kind of mangy.
with an additional 7 to 12 inch
Mangy at all,
tail.
dude.
I'd like to have one.
It resembles a striped hyena, but is smaller, with a slender build, pointed ears, and a bushy mane that it can raise when threatened.
It'd be cool to have one of those.
They have reduced peg-like teeth because they don't need them for chewing meat. They're usually found in dry savannas, grasslands, and scrublands.
That's the perfect Africa-like picture. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right?
That must be
So, like me, if you didn't know about these animals before this clip, now you know all about them. I think it's crazy how many different animals and creatures we have on this earth. There's more and more to discover and learn every day.
True, very true.
Wait till you look at some of them sea creatures.
Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these cryptid creature videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear. You can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe.
You ain't gotta go inside. Just sit out in the darn parking lot. See?
Yep, people of Walmart is this.
Sorry. We are now close.
Right. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to this guy's trail.
Maximum Fear, y'all. That guy's cool.
Let's do this one.
I'm
We're gonna do
trying
this
to
one.
take some time out to research some stuff on Bigfoot too, y'all. Once I get it done, I'm gonna show y'all. You're gonna like this. I'm trying to understand more
Okay.
about Bigfoot myself.
If you have to wipe yourself raw just to get clean, do this.
Sorry, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams.
Ooh.
From
Yo,
weird unidentified
that's a Bigfoot,
creatures
bro.
such as Bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable
What the
phenomena.
hell?
So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year.
What?
So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025.
25 has only begun. You know?
A man has a security camera set up in his home facing towards a window. He had recently been noticing some strange activity outside this window. He would see unexplainable dark figures peering in at him, and sometimes he would even hear strange noises coming from right outside. Spooked and thinking maybe he was going insane, he set out to prove it was real. So that's why he put the camera up. For the first few nights, nothing. Then eventually he caught this.
Wow. Yo, it's looking into the camera, bro. What? What the heck, dude? What is that?
A
That's gotta be
huge dark
Bigfoot,
creature with glowing eyes looking into his home.
right?
Even though it's dark and we can't see every detail, we can tell it has bushy black fur. Whatever this thing is, it's absolutely huge.
Yeah, it is.
Initially, playing the footage back, the homeowner thought it was just a very large bear. However, as he analyzed further, he determined it wasn't.
I mean, I
Judging
could
by the
see
way it
being a
moves and
bear.
its overall build, it's too human.
Anything left behind?
This is when he decided to post the video on the internet to get answers. But the answers he received were not what he had hoped. Cryptozoologists and online users debated, mainly between Dogman and Bigfoot. Because of the big bushy fur and large head, some lean more towards the most infamous cryptid creature of all time, the Bigfoot.
I mean, I can
But
see
in one
why.
specific frame, when the creature bends down, it almost looks like it has the snout of a dog, and its head almost looks like a very large dog. So it's still up for debate.
So it could be. Whatever it is, man, it's weird looking.
Was this a Bigfoot stalking the man on his very remote property? Or was it even a dogman? Or is there another explanation? Perhaps a hoax, which some skeptics discuss. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
That's what I think.
This brand new video featuring an unknown creature was just released on March 20th, 2025.
Yeah.
Instagram user SquatchWatch1 highlights the video and states, "Chilling new video has surfaced, showing a bizarre, unidentified creature lurking beneath the earth. It has huge eyes that reflect. Could it be an undiscovered subterranean species, an ancient being, or something not of this world? Here's the footage."
Used to be a crackhead down here.
Oh, dang.
Get me out of here, man. I fell down a well.
Is it even blinking? Oh, yeah,
Some
it's
explorers were in this remote and rugged area when they came across this small cave. And inside was this creature.
Poor thing is stuck. They should help
At first you
out.
may say, oh, it's just an illusion. It's just the cave wall and it just so happens to look like a huge eye. But right at the end of the video, the eye blinks, proving it's a living thing. Now it almost looks like a big reptile or something. Its skin looks tough and rough, and it honestly looks like some kind of dinosaur. But whatever it is, it looks ancient. Now because we can only see its head and not the rest of its body, we don't know how large it is, but it does look really huge.
That'd be crazy.
The theory that unknown creatures live in caves is a widespread idea in cryptozoology, folklore, and scientific speculation.
Right?
Caves offer dark, secluded environments that are largely unexplored,
Stalagmites.
making them the perfect hiding places for mysterious beings.
Or stalagmites.
This theory is fueled by strange sightings, local legends, and discoveries of unusual fossils.
Bigfoot mites.
While many of these stories fall into legend and myth, the discovery of new cave-dwelling species happens regularly. From giant blind spiders to fish that survive without light, caves have proven to be ecosystems full of strange and unexpected life.
Get away from big toes.
Big toes, right? Get away from them big
Some
feet.
scientists believe larger, undiscovered creatures could still live in the world's deepest caves, hiding out down there. So it's not too far-fetched that this was an undiscovered species here. But whatever it is, it's terrifying.
They could be living under.
Now this is one of the strangest videos I've ever seen on the internet. It wasn't disclosed where exactly the supposed creature was found, but it was somewhere in the ocean. The caption states, "This unknown creature has been found in the ocean and we can't figure out what it is. Check it out."
Fish.
What the heck?
It's a lobster hand he got in his hand.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a lamprey.
Yeah.
A small cluster of small fish-like creatures are seen.
Like they'll bite the hell out of you.
They seem to all be interconnected, with long slimy tails.
That's crazy.
Their heads consist of no eyes, no features, just wide open mouths with sharp, jagged teeth. It literally looks like something you see in a horror movie, a strange mutated sea monster. They're obviously alive, and they react to the crab claw that the captor is pushing towards them.
Oh yeah. Little shot of hole.
Their bodies are an odd combination of purple, blue, pink, and orange. They just squirm around. I don't even know how this guy has the guts to hold them. Now most people are asking, what the hell is this? And I'm wondering the exact same thing. The answer remains rather elusive though. The most popular belief though is that this is some kind of mutated creature, a complete oddity. Maybe when they were born they were all stuck together like this, creating a monstrous creature that was doomed from the beginning. If this is the case, then this is more sad than scary. Others hypothesize it is a sea monster, a baby sea monster that is, that will grow and terrorize the oceans. Some go as far as to say that it's a new and undiscovered species itself. But I don't know how a creature with 5 heads would survive in the wild on its own.
Split the Red Sea.
All I know is I wouldn't want to run into this creature in the ocean. It's so fascinating yet terrifying how vast and unexplored the ocean really is.
True.
There are probably thousands, if not more, creatures that have yet to be discovered at the deepest depths. Maybe this creature escaped and gave us a glimpse to what's really down there. I really hope not. But let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments down below. The Appalachian Mountains, listed as one of the scariest places on the earth, because of how remote and rugged it can get, but also because of the unknown creatures that are said to lurk inside. Many claim that the Appalachian Mountains have a different kind of energy, a dark, malevolent energy. Many who live there or go there frequently have reported strange paranormal encounters, from ghostly apparitions to unexplainable screams to even creature sightings. And this video here showcases this firsthand.
So we were just laying here watching The Office, and we're on the 2nd floor. I mean, we hear noises out here pretty often, but nothing like what we just heard, so it might be worth looking into.
The man grabs a flashlight and makes his way outside. He says he can't really describe what exactly it sounded like, but it was almost like some kind of screech. He claims that this wasn't the beginning of the strange activity this night. Earlier in the night, they were hearing what sounded like loud thuds and footsteps coming from outside, but they looked out and couldn't find anything. The man continues exploring until up on the roof he spots something.
Is that? What in the...
Hey!
That thing got ghosts too. See, I'm out.
A white hooded humanoid is seen. Its skin looks like a light pinkish color, and its eyes are dark and hollow. It almost looks like the face of a bird or something, like an owl. With his fight or flight kicking in, he chose fight. He rushes over and climbs up onto the roof, and the creature was gone. Or was it?
Yeah, he's gonna go fight. No weapons.
It ran over to the other side of the roof and it peeked its head up one last time at the videographer. This is when he flees and rushes back inside, fearing for his life. And this here is just one example of what really goes on in the Appalachian Mountains. Was this some unknown humanoid creature stalking and terrorizing them? If so, what was it? A birdman or something? I've never seen anything like it before, but it's definitely nightmare fuel. As expected, I've been getting more and more comments to continue on with Dogman captures, so your wish is my command. Here's another Dogman capture. Like a lot of cryptid sightings, this one is very mysterious.
Like Jar Jar Binks from Star Trek.
Location, unlisted. Source, unknown. And the date of release, unlisted.
Looks like Smokey the Bear, don't it?
We're pretty much left to fend for ourselves here.
Look at it.
But besides the mysteriousness surrounding the image itself is pretty compelling.
The nostrils are down by its mouth.
Right here.
What's that?
This is his hat, Smokey the Bear. Eyes, nose, mouth. See what I'm saying?
It could be, yeah. I can see it.
We see what looks like a dark-furred dog-like creature standing upright behind a tree.
Right.
Executing or something.
It's peering out, just staring into the soul of the photographer. Looking closer, it seems to have something in its mouth. Maybe some food or some leaves found in the forest. We can't really tell.
Stegosaurus.
But what we can see is its eyes are aglow, a typical trait of the so-called Dogman. It also seems to have the face and the body of a dog, but something seems off. It's too upright. Now there are many more sightings of the Dogman that are better than this, but this one is still turning heads. The debate is whether this is just a big dog standing on its hind legs hiding behind a tree, or if it's a small bear or something.
That guy's not a dog.
Since the quality isn't the greatest, we can't say for sure, but many say it does seem to be standing too straight up to be a dog though. Most dogmen that are caught on camera are larger than this one. They're said to be extremely muscular, with human-like bodies and musculature.
Jacob!
This is why commenters are saying this one could be a juvenile, a young one that hasn't grown into its features yet. I really wish there was more information on this one, because we would definitely be able to tell better. So it remains up for speculation, like most of these videos.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of money selling yoga mats and toasters, and I damn sure wasn't talking my friends into buying vitamins and juices.
I damn sure would talk about friends.
Right.
This is some of the most unique and believable evidence that Bigfoot exists, or at least huge dark humanoid creatures. It's a real 911 call from a man who spotted a giant human or something in his backyard. Take a listen.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on and thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. Out here looking through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside.
He says his dog had been killed here recently and he didn't know who or what did it. He loses the creature, and then all of a sudden it appears again, and the caller is straight up freaked out.
Jesus Christ, you better...
Sir?
Zia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know. I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Hey, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me. I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
It is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person. Somebody really big.
You know when the 911 dispatcher says, uh-oh, something bad is happening. The comment section of this one was flooded with comments about Bigfoot. User Becky Gilbert says, he probably knew it was Bigfoot but wouldn't have been taken seriously on the phone.
Right.
User Hamrick John also says, notice he was very careful not to say Sasquatch or Bigfoot. He knew what he was seeing. Commenters and investigators call out the seriousness and truthfulness in his voice as he's recalling what he's seeing. It doesn't seem like a hoax at all. Now, I've tried to do some research on this one, but I couldn't find anything about what happened after the phone call. Like if police arrived and investigated, though it's assumed they did. It's also believed that the police didn't find anything, no sign of a person, creature, or anything in the yard. So could this have just been a very tall person in his backyard, like a burglar or something? Or was it actually Bigfoot himself? And also, how can you explain the dead dog? This one is super mysterious, definitely one of my favorite pieces of evidence ever. This video was taken on January 15th, 2025. It happened during the time when everyone was seeing those strange drones in the sky, like around the New Jersey area, and I can't believe we all just moved on with our lives and just acted like that didn't happen a couple months ago. I mean, that was one of the weirdest events ever. But anyways, today we're bringing it back with this clip. It comes from central Pennsylvania in the Schuylkill County area. It occurred at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The uploader, a man named Sean, states, "My sister sent me this video she took. What is this? It has a loud booming propeller sound and it's insane looking and very huge.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
I mean, if aliens are using lights, how we use lights, you know, it kind of puts you, kind of frame the mindset they got, you know what I'm saying?
It was reported to be SUV sized, which is absolutely massive for a drone.
It's like our kind of tech.
It just hovers there in place, and you can hear the low rumbling sound she's talking about.
See, a lot of people don't get that.
It's complete with almost every color of lights, from red to yellow to blue to purple. It's a beautiful but eerie sight.
I would imagine they would have some other.
But it literally just hangs there and doesn't move an inch.
Not like ours. That's electricity.
Now, as I said, at this time in mid-January, the drone epidemic was happening, mostly in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
However, they were seen all over the US, from Ohio to New York and now Pennsylvania.
The whole eastern border. We can hear you.
And this doesn't look like any ordinary drone. It looks like a large UFO-type craft. Sean's sister was very spooked by the encounter and still is, not knowing what it was. But maybe it's better off that way, not knowing what that thing was. On February 10th, 2025 in Poland, a very rare sight was captured. 2 extremely rare black wolves were caught on camera. This was the first time they had ever been caught on camera in Poland. They were so rare that people just thought they were an urban legend and tales of local folklore. They were captured here by an automatic trail camera set up to monitor the wildlife near the river.
This is a wolf. Or a dog? Right?
Never did they think they would capture this. It's believed this black fur variation comes from a genetic mutation that originally came from domesticated dogs, hundreds if not thousands of years ago. So, before this was captured, many believed these black wolves were nothing but a legend. But now it's proven they're not. This being said, there are so many supposed cryptid creatures in this world. Creatures that are believed by a lot of people to exist but have not yet been classified by science. That's what cryptid means. And since they just proved that these wolves live in Poland, who knows what they will confirm next. They say Bigfoot's an urban legend, the Dogman's an urban legend, the Skinwalker's an urban legend, and so on. There are so many supposed creatures that are said to be nothing but folklore. But just like the infamous black wolf, they may indeed exist. There's so much evidence, videos, photos, stories, and convincing audio clips. And this is only the beginning. So many new creatures are being discovered in this world. Who knows what will be uncovered next? Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 20% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximum.
Alright, that was another one. So I think what we're gonna do here, wait. I'm gonna take a small little break here so we can refresh and stuff. We're gonna go. Where was that? This one, right? This guy. Mr. Wireless Cell. That's the most recent one. This one. Alright. So we're gonna start here and just a little bit. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take a really quick break and we'll be right back.
My friends laughed at me for buying this, and now they ask me where I got this. So I almost made the dumbest mistake of my life.
A woman in Maryland was out for her regular run when she noticed something unusual.
This woman's out on a run, so watch this van.
This van rode by me when I was on my drive, or I'm sorry, when I was on my run. And there they go speeding off. They went around the block, came up on me with the door open, with the side door open. I jumped this ditch and they stopped right there.
A van had stopped right where she had been just moments earlier, almost as if the occupants were waiting for her to hesitate. Thankfully, her quick thinking and sharp instincts likely prevented her from facing a dire situation. As she pulled out her phone, the van sped away, leaving her with a disturbing encounter that could have easily taken a more sinister turn. In another instance, Reddit user Nightcap2015 discovered something truly unsettling deep in the woods. An abandoned car with blood smeared across the windshield. He observed that the blood wasn't completely dry, which made him feel extremely uneasy. Rather than investigate or report the incident, he chose to flee the scene. What could have happened? An accident, a prank, or something far more sinister that he stumbled upon too soon. Jolie Kalin, just 18 years old, was hiking the Pinhoot Trail in Alabama with her ex-boyfriend, Lauren Bunner. While capturing a photo of the stunning view, she had no idea what was about to unfold. Moments after taking the picture, Lauren shot her twice and then pushed her body off the cliff. He later called the police calmly to confess. The couple had dated for 10 months before Jolie ended the relationship due to Lauren's controlling behavior. Despite their breakup, they remained in contact and shared custody of a dog. 2 months later, Lauren lured her on this final hike. He was ultimately sentenced to 52 years in prison. During a camping trip, a group chose to go kayaking on a lake when they suddenly encountered something truly horrifying. In the center of the lake, an unidentified creature was moving, but the footage was too blurry to determine exactly what it was. Whatever they witnessed that night remains a mystery. In this video, a group of friends went camping in the woods. While enjoying their time together, they snapped a photo, but when they reviewed it later, they spotted something unsettling in the background. A bear observing them from afar. If they had noticed it at the moment, their night could have turned into a frightening experience. Fortunately, the bear chose to stay away from them. This man had recently purchased a property in a secluded area, with his front yard opening directly into thick woods. To monitor the road leading to his home, he set up a security camera. One night, the motion sensor went off, and assuming it was just an animal, he grabbed his flashlight and went outside. Everything appeared normal. The woods were quiet, and there was nothing out of the ordinary. However, out of curiosity, he reviewed the footage to find out what had triggered the sensor, only to encounter something horrifying. He saw a dark figure with a pale head gliding between the trees. It didn't walk or run. It moved in an unsettlingly smooth manner, almost as if it were floating. Despite this chilling revelation, he chose to remain in the house. Dan was hiking solo deep in the New Hampshire mountains when an unsettling event occurred.
My heart is going. I swear the car that I just mentioned pulled up and somebody's got out. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I am really, oh my goodness me. I know. This isn't fun, this. I am so stupid. I am the stupidest person I don't know if you can see that they are literally scanning up and down.
A peculiar light moved through the forest, as if it were searching for something or someone.
They are literally... Can you see this on the ground? They're literally looking straight at me. I know. After a while, they finally left, and so I stayed hanging around in the woods for a good while after, just to make sure everybody was definitely gone.
He remained motionless, concealed and uncertain about who or what might be lurking nearby. After some time, the light vanished, and Dan cautiously made his way back to his campsite. That night he heard more strange sounds, but fortunately, by morning he left the forest safely without ever discovering who or what had been close by. Would you have stayed put like Dan? While jogging along a secluded forest trail, this man encountered a disturbing sight just off the path. A stone slab with a torn photograph of a young girl affixed to it. The image had a hole punctured through the girl's forehead. Some believed it might be a simple memorial, perhaps marking the spot where someone tragically lost their life during a hike, while others speculated darker possibilities, suggesting that the girl could be buried beneath the stone. Regardless, the fresh photo and the heavy rock created a chilling atmosphere. In another incident, a family staying at a friend's house in the woods captured a video while investigating something lurking behind a shed.
Oh my God, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Oh, shit. Alright, we're going back inside.
A woman decided to zoom in with her camera and discovered a white, featureless face staring back at her. However, her reaction seemed oddly calm. How would you respond in that situation? On October 26th, a trail camera took a routine photo of a deer in the dark. But just minutes later, it captured something unusual, a tall, thin figure where the deer had been. Upon closer inspection, it appeared as though the figure's legs were visible through a flowing gown, with both feet firmly planted on the ground. The following day, when they returned to the area, they found that the deer tracks had disappeared, replaced by deep, human-like footprints leading in both directions. The identity of the figure remains a mystery. Frank decided to explore an abandoned trailer park alone. Inside one of the trailers, he heard a strange sound.
666 and crosses everywhere. Alright, I'm hearing something that sounds like a heartbeat. Listen. I don't know what that is. What the fuck? It's coming from that way. It sounds like a heartbeat.
Either a high-pitched scream or a whistle. When he stepped outside to investigate, he noticed something moving in the darkness.
That I haven't been to before. Oh shit. There's somebody here. I'm hiding behind the bush area. I don't know if you can see me right now, but there's somebody right in front of me. I'm gonna show it to you guys. There's somebody outside. There's some random person just standing there. Fuck. I don't know what that's about, but there's some guy just standing out there, and they're walking towards the house. What the hell? It's like an old, I can't tell, I can't even tell, but it looks like an old person, at least as far as how he's walking. Alright, I don't see him, but what I think I'm gonna do is see if I could go that way and then turn back around just to get towards the outside exit. But I'm just making sure this freaking asshole does not come out of nowhere. Cause this guy's been, no, shit. Oh my God. He's still there. He is right there. I'm gonna stick the camera out so you can see. Is that a woman? Come on. Oh my God. Fuck. This guy's literally going through the grass. Oh my god. I gotta go. This is stupid.
It quickly became clear that it was following him.
Let me turn off my light. Come on.
Hello?
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, hi.
Listen, there's somebody here following me. I just went in here. I'm trying to make this stupid video, and freaking there's a homeless guy. I don't know if he's homeless or what, but he's got.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious. He's following me. I don't know if he's following me or not. Can you go to the spot? Go to the spot that I told you to. Just get there as soon as you can, because I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I'm halfway close there. I just have to pass another neighborhood, and then I should be there. But
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I'm going right now.
hurry up.
Panic set in, and Frank called a friend for assistance. When she arrived, he took one last look at the figure.
Frank.
That's it. That's him. Or her.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Zoom in here. What the hell?
What the fuck?
That's a dude.
Frank.
This eerie encounter made him realize that calling for help was the right decision. He couldn't imagine what might have happened if he had stayed there all alone. A Reddit user posted an intriguing trail cam photo taken on his father's property and asked if anyone else thought it resembled an alien. In response, commenters sought simpler explanations. Some suggested it looked like a horse's snout, while others argued it was more likely the nose of a deer or elk, given the region. A few proposed that it resembled a snake looking directly into the lens, and others mentioned that it looked like the wing of an emperor moth, which seems like a reasonable interpretation. What are your thoughts? Sarah and her husband live miles away from the nearest town or road, deep in the remote Alaskan wilderness. One night they snapped a photo outside their cabin, but when they looked at it later, something strange caught their eye. An eerie figure in the background, almost like someone walking through the frame. They were certain no one else was out there. The area was completely deserted. Someone suggested it might just be a cabin with a board leaning against it. But wouldn't Sarah and her husband have recognized something like that? No further explanation was ever given. The mystery remains. Meanwhile, a group of friends was enjoying a day outdoors, bouncing on a trampoline, laughing, and recording their antics. It seemed like a typical fun day, but unbeknownst to them, they captured something unsettling in the background. Near the trees, a dark figure emerged, lurking behind them, as if it were watching. Later, it appeared to shift slightly, making it difficult to dismiss it as mere debris. A group of hikers carelessly threw stones at a beehive, which immediately provoked the swarm of bees into action. To protect themselves from further harm, they crouched low to the ground and remained as still as possible. Since bees typically don't fly too close to the ground, this position provided some safety. They tightly covered their ears, aware that bees could enter if they were left exposed. In such a situation, remaining calm, low, and shielded is essential to avoid escalating the issue. However, I can't help but wonder how long they had to remain in that position before the bees finally dispersed. What began as a leisurely hike with friends in the dense woods of West Milford's Apshawa Preserve took a dark turn. Darish Patel, a 22-year-old student, captured a photo of a black bear lurking behind a fallen log about 100 feet away. However, the situation escalated when the bear started chasing them, causing the group to panic and scatter in an attempt to escape. When they regrouped, Dar was missing. Hours later, police discovered his body, revealing that he had been attacked by the very bear he had photographed. His phone, found nearby, had puncture marks and contained the chilling photo of the bear taken just moments before the tragedy occurred. A man was camping solo deep in the woods when he saw something or someone moving among the trees nearby. From a distance, it was hard to tell if it was a large figure or something else entirely. Nevertheless, he decided to spend the night. As darkness fell, unusual noises disturbed his sleep, prompting him to look into the shadows where he caught a glimpse of something.
They're coming quick. What is that? Looks like eye shine.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
I need more space for these dogs. Trevor, I know. I'm asking.
We can find a small business loan that works for you and you, Trevor.
He wants to know if you could help us open a second location.
We can help you grow. For every banking need, there's only First Source Bank.
It's very picky.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Should I whistle?
Curiously unbothered, he attempted to knock on a tree, and suddenly, the glowing eyes appeared right in front of him.
I'm gonna try one last thing, tree knock. Stupid thing went.
This was the final video he uploaded, but fortunately, it appears he managed to escape. In the summer of 2016, 17-year-old Mike Manow from Germany embarked on his first solo trip to Malta. After spending a few days with his girlfriend, who then left, he set out to explore with just a backpack, a GoPro, and a rented bike. On July 18th, he sent a message to his dad, but after that, he disappeared. Days went by, and concern grew when he missed his flight. On July 26th, authorities discovered his body at the base of some cliffs in Dingley. His bike hung above, seemingly unscathed, yet his backpack and camera were nowhere to be found. Officials deemed it an accident, but curiously there were no fractures on his body despite the fall. What made the situation even more disturbing was that most of Mike's organs were missing. To this day, no one knows what truly happened to him, leaving the incident far from a simple accident. While hiking on Bell Island in Newfoundland, an area famous for its abandoned iron ore mines, a hiker took a series of photos. Upon reviewing them later, one image caught their attention. It appeared to show a figure wearing a hat with a light on it. It was clearly not a bug or a blur. The hiker asserted that no one else was present when the photo was taken. Could it have been another explorer? Or was it something else entirely? Perhaps it was just a tree, but the eerie feeling is hard to shake. Unfortunately, the truth remains elusive, especially since no additional photos from that location have surfaced. This man was deep in the woods camping when his worst fears came to life. A wild bear emerged in the dead of night, circling his tent. Luckily, the camper made it out of this frightening situation unscathed. The YouTube channel, Proving Demons, ventured into an abandoned M shaft, long rumored to be a gateway to hell.
Welcome, everyone, to the gates of hell. I don't even know if God can help us beyond this point. Welcome to the gates of hell, everybody. We're in.
Oh, wow. Alright, go on, Drew.
The deeper they descended, the stranger things became.
My life, our life, all the boys, is literally just Minecraft in real life. Isn't it? I mean, this is just flat out Minecraft in real life. Oh God, I just come up to something quite odd. There's just a black door down here. There's only one way to find out what's behind it. Oh. It's being weighted with a rock. Obviously not strong enough to keep me out.
It was that close from you walking, but I had to stop because it sounded like people was just like walking behind me talking.
Really?
So, yeah, I got freaked out. I had to turn around and move like a frozen. I didn't want to walk, you know, with these noise behind.
At one point, the crew split up. One member caught unsettling noises on camera, sounds so eerie they sent shivers down his spine.
You guys, I can hear what sounds like a drum beat. And moaning. What the hell is that? Oh God, it's getting louder. Do you hear that? Oh God, I don't like that. Crap, I need to try and catch some of it on recorder. There's some hellish noises going on. Oh God, I can't go that way though. I just heard like a whisper, well, like a breathing. I don't want to be near that though.
Terrified, he rushed back anxiously, waiting for the others to return.
All right, so I just came running up to the guys. Okay, be honest with me. Were any of you guys moaning, banging like drum beats? Were you anything like that?
Yeah, I just left my drums back there.
You left your drums? Yeah. The reason I ask is because, no lie, after I had walked quite a ways away from you guys, it honestly sounded like the entrance to hell. I could hear boom, 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 and there's something going, ooh. Like, it was really faint and like muffled.
You know they call us the gates of hell.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Well.
They all made it out unharmed, but one chilling question remained. What was down there making those sounds? One thing's certain, they won't be going back to find out. Meanwhile, a camper returning to his tent after a hike encountered an unexpected surprise, an apparent puff adder, a highly venomous snake recognized for its dangerous bite. The snake was lying still inside the tent, showing no signs of aggression or intent to strike. Not wanting to take any risks, the camper opted to spend the night in his car, waiting patiently for the unwelcome guest to leave. A YouTube channel known for exploring eerie locations filmed near Buck's grave when they spotted a figure with a headlamp in the distance. Suddenly, the light disappeared, and the atmosphere turned ominous. As they continued down the narrow, pitch-black forest road, they saw someone lying beside it.
The camera's battery's getting low. What is that? Dale, what the f***, Dale? I'm zooming in, I can't. Dale, what the f***? What the f*** are you supposed to do? Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, sh**. That just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help.
What the f? No one's supposed to be out here. What the f was that dude doing?
What do you mean he turned the headset off?
There's no light. Like, I saw him walk into the woods right around there, and then the light that was on his fucking head is gone. It's not there.
Dude, he could be up in that right there right now.
I can't see shit. I'm not rolling down this window. I don't see any light. What the f did we just walk in on? What was he holding? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't want to just
what are you
sit
doing?
here.
Well, why can't we just go? We
Yes,
can't
you
turn
can't.
around any fucking where. Damn it.
The road's too narrow. I can't back up and do this.
You can't? You got a reverse camera?
We have to go forward. We have to go forward.
What the f, dude? David.
There's just a huge cliff. There's just a huge cliff right here. I don't know what you want me to do.
Are you fucking serious, bro? What the hell is that? What did he have?
The person quickly stood up, turned off the headlamp, and vanished into the woods.
No, look up in
Did we
there.
go past it?
No, it was right in here. Up in there. Oh,
there's fucking light. Is that him laying on the ground? No, he fucking threw the light on the ground. He fucking threw that damn light on the ground.
Where's the light?
How did you walk down the window, dude? You can't.
Are you serious right now, Dale?
You can't see it. I thought I heard something. That light's just sitting there. He threw it down. Where did he
Hold on.
What was that?
Hold on. He might need help. Hello?
You need help? Dad, the motherfucker don't need help. What did he have down here? He threw something on the ground.
With no opportunity to turn back, they drove further into the darkness. And then, something horrifying happened.
You go out there and then some...
We're just gonna leave and just pretend like this didn't happen?
Oh, it happened, and we have no business being a part of it. Let's go. This is some dumb shit. This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
Damn. Dude, go! Go! Go, 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 go! Fuck! The dude!
Reacting instinctively, they sped away, uncertain about what they had just witnessed, who was out there, and what their intentions might be. A lone hiker was camping in the remote and untamed landscapes of the Galagadi. Unlike typical campsites, there were no fences or barriers, just nature in its raw form. That night, the stillness was palpable, until low growls echoed through the darkness, indicating that lions were nearby, moving through the camp. The Kagalagadi is known for such close encounters, where you're not separated from the wilderness, but rather a part of it. Undoubtedly, the camper was prepared for this reality. While hiking through the woods, a woman was taken aback by an unusual sight.
Bro, does this not look like a person is literally climbing this tree? What is that? Oh, it's like a nest? It looks like a shoe. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's not like a person.
At first glance, it appeared to be a person clinging to a tree branch, but the longer she looked, the less human it seemed. Some speculate that it has been there for so long that it has nearly merged with the tree itself. The paranormal community suggests it could be a cryptid, a strange creature using natural camouflage to remain hidden in plain sight. Skeptics, on the other hand, argue that it's merely a twisted, oddly shaped branch. If anyone can help clarify what this woman encountered that day, please share your thoughts in the comments. A group of friends was enjoying a relaxed evening, capturing funny moments for TikTok. Everything felt lighthearted and carefree, until an unsettling atmosphere began to creep in. Their laughter gradually faded as an ominous presence loomed nearby.
Cállate. Están viendo. Yo estoy... Pero no, es el árbol, es la sombra. No. No. Velo bien, Priscila.
Near a tree, just outside the reach of the backyard lights, stood a shadowy figure. It remained still, not swaying with the breeze, simply observing them. Then, it shifted.
Nosotros vemos algo. Se alcancen a ver, pero hay algo. No nos queremos acercar, pero se ve muy negro, súper negro. Yo digo que es la sombra del árbol, pero ellas dicen que es otra cosa. Ok, nos estamos acercando, pero estoy confusa.
The girls attempted to brush off the discomfort and continue their night, but eventually, the feeling became too overwhelming, prompting them to leave.
Se ve súper negro. Como una mancha negra. Ya lo vi raro. Ya vámonos. No te pases. No te pases.
Later, the video went viral, with some commenters suggesting the presence was